My name is Manjot Singh Basim. I'm an aviation training consultant. At least that is what people know me by. And why do I say that? Because I am not a commercial pilot. Neither do I have any sort of a formal training or education in this field. I guide, I organize, and I conduct flight trainings for my candidates who wish to become commercial pilot. In the past 18 years, I have been successful in creating commercial pilot careers of hundreds of Indian pilots. This video is all about my journey into aviation and how I ended up doing what I do. So the story goes very way back when I was a little kid and I wanted to become a pilot, but at my 12th standard, I found out that I was medically unfit. So I had to drop the idea and I joined Pune University. I did a degree in engineering over there. And right after that, I joined my father's business of automobile spare parts export. Fast forward 10 to 12 years, me along with my brothers, my partners, we started an overseas education consultancy. This was the same time when my youngest brother returned from US, from Miami, with a CPL. He had just trained to become a pilot, trained to be a pilot. He had finished his flight training from a school called Dean International. And on his return, Dean International approached us and telling us that we should start recruiting flight training candidates for them from India. We were reluctant in the beginning. We had no knowledge, no know-how, but still, the school was persistent. They said, "You have a setup. They will teach us. They will support us technically," and that is how we started. 2008, we sent the first batch of our candidates to US for the training, and that is a time when I started visiting Miami, the school, the facility, very frequently. I used to stay a very long time in Miami, and I used to approach the school, I used to visit the school, the training, the entire setup, and I started picking up things, I picking up details over there. Where I was very fortunate, I was very honored, was the owner of the school, Captain Robert Dean, uh, took on teaching me. So he became my mentor and he started teaching me what flight training is all about. Flight training is an expensive program. So what I learned from him was how to create a cost-effective program, a time-effective program without compromising any aspect of the program. No compromise on the standards, no compromise on the safety, no compromise on the any part of the training, and that is what I started learning, and that is where I find very fortunate. He taught me well, and we started doing good in the business. 2012, I left my family business. I told my dad, I just want to focus on aviation. And we also stopped doing all the other overseas education courses. We just focused on aviation CPL training. And I started traveling various countries. All those countries all the countries which could offer good flight programs for the Indian conditions. So spent a lot of time in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and a couple of more countries which I think they are no good for Indian citizens. And the learning kept on going, and everywhere I started looking for programs where the Indian kids, the Indian cadets, Indian pilots would get the best of the facility, the best of the training standards and quality, and how to come back in a very cost effective and timely. Well, rest is history. Star Educare is one of the leading ab initio aviation training consultancies in India. We do only flight training, and the focus is still the same: how to make the program very, very pocket friendly and time friendly for them.